So we farm, and our kids are actively involved in 4-H. So we have livestock, we have cattle and pigs and goats. My name is DeFreese. I teach 3rd grade at Cole Elementary, and I've been teaching for 26 years. So I think the number one thing we talk about a lot in my classroom is respect, because that can then go into all areas, whether it's in the classroom, out of the classroom, at home, just interacting with other peers and adults. Like, it kind of just encompasses everything that we want them to go on and be. And then we just talk a lot about how we can help each other in our class, in the school, and then some of our community connections. You know, we're very involved with our Keep Stockwell Beautiful and the town of Stockwell, and then we also bring Molly the calming cow to school as our little school community. We have a micro mini Highland that we got for our daughter. She's always wanted one. And so my principal, we took her to the fair one year, and he saw her and he said, we need a calming cow at Cole. So I bring her once in 9 weeks, usually, in the trailer, and the kids, each classroom gets to visit with her, and the teacher gets to decide how they want their class to interact. So some read with her, some write stories about her, just pet her, love on her. Yeah. And she usually escapes every time she's there. So that's why we wrote a grant for everyone. 10. I do have a secret handshake that I do with each one of them when they come in the door every day. I tell them they have to give me till October to memorize them all. But, and that's just a way to connect right off the bat for the day, each day. I always operate under the, what you focus on, you get more of. So we always try to focus mostly on the positive and then turn that into lifting each other up also. Yesterday we had a specific situation with a student, and we were like, are we going to be helpful? Are we going to try to help our fellow classmate, and what ways we can do that to encourage him? I think it's important to make sure that you're hitting the different levels within your classroom to start with. I have a co-teacher, and we are able to differentiate instruction with small groups and things like that. And then beyond the academic needs, I think it's important just to rely on others within the building too. Our art teacher may have a special connection to someone within, needs that art focus, or some of the arts and things like that. So I think it extends beyond the classroom. We do a lot of work with the executive functioning skills, whether it's task initiation, time management, organization, things like that. And then another thing I'm pretty passionate about in my classroom is conflict resolution, because as they go on into adulthood, there are always going to be issues that need resolved, right? So I've been doing training on the brain for 7 years now, and there's a lot to understanding how the brain and the nervous system work together, and then just understanding, do they need to be connected? They need to know they're safe. What's the root of the problem, if there is one, and understanding how to help that. I think it's important to try to connect to their life and real world examples as often as you can. I think it just fosters that learning a little bit better. They can make that connection, and then, oh, this is how it translates. So just seeing some of those aha moments that they get, when they're proud of themselves for something in reading or math or anything like that.